Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everybody, and thank you for the time given by committee. Before I start my presentation, let me introduce myself. My name is Novrinaldi from the Indonesian Institute of Sciences Research Center for Appropriate Technology in Subang, West Java. In the study, we consist of three peoples: myself, Satya, Andika, Putra, and Agustami, Sitorus. Okay, I will try to deliver my our research about the drying process for unhulled rice. And on this occasion, we talk about characteristic of unhulled rice drying and swirling fluidized bed dryer. For introduction, we all know that drying is a common method used to obtain a longer shelf life of material from agriculture product. And the main purposes of drying process is to reduce the moisture content of seeds or agriculture product is very important. And then in January, there are two methods for drying process, namely conventional drying and drying with drying machine. And in our study, we use Swirling Fluidized Bed Dryer machine for drying unhulled rice, because this machine have many advantages. That is high heat and mass transfer rates between the gas and the particles, good and rapid mixing of solid, and then nearly uniform moisture content distribution throughout the bed, and then closely controllable temperature in the bed, and then easy in transport and handling of particle, and simplicity in construction. This is the methodology. This is the schematic of Swirling Fluidized Bed Dryer for laboratory scale. This dryer consists of the two blower with 3.7 kilowatt of power, and we have 6 kilowatt fin heater in two hot air inlet in here, and we have 30 blades with 15 angles of blade inclination of unhulled blade distribution. We installed it here, and we have feeder in the top drying chamber and here, and height of this dryer is 1000 millimeters and 300 millimeters of diameters. For measurement, we have some measurement instrument. There is moisture analyzer for moisture content. We have DHT22 for temperature and relative humidity in drying chamber, and we have thermohygrometer analog for air temperature and relative humidity ambient, and we have YouTube manometer for measure pressure of in drying chamber and in plenum. And so how the dryer works, we can start at turn on the blower here. We can start from here. We turn on the blower and we turn on the heater. After the temperature 55 degrees Celsius, we can feed unhulled rice into the drying chamber from the feeder, and we will wait 45 minutes for drying process. And during the drying process, temperature, relative humidity, and pressure are measured. This is consisting of three versions of capacity: 1, 2, 3 kilogram with the drying time 45 minutes and 55 degrees Celsius for temperature in drying chamber. And then drying analysis is conducted from three sides, namely from particle side. We analyze moisture content of unhulled rice. For air dryer side, we analyze temperature and relative humidity, and for device side, that is the pressure and the drying chamber. And in generally, there are two stages in the drying process. That is the period of drying rate constant. We can see here, this is the period of drying rate constant, and then the period of drying rate decrease. And then this figure shows that there is a constant drying rate in this first 3 minutes of drying, and we can make conclusion that the large capacity has large water content, and the period of drying rate decrease occurs at the 4th minute until 45 minutes. Okay, this is the graph of temperature and relative humidity in drying chamber during the drying process for 1 kilogram of maize. In this experiment, we use 55 degrees Celsius for temperature drying chamber, and average of relative humidity is 30%. This graph shows to us the decrease in temperature and increase of relative humidity that occurs in the first 3 minutes of drying, and the decrease in temperature caused by the absorption of heat by the material to the release water from the material into the surrounding air. And the water from the material which is evaporated into the air causes the drying chamber to become wet. And this is the temperature and relative humidity in drying chamber during the drying process for 2 kilograms of maize. I think in this graph so that 2 kilogram capacity, the drying characteristic same as with the 1 kilogram of capacity for temperature and relative humidity. The decrease in temperature and the increase in relative humidity that occurs in the first 3 minutes of drying. This is the decrease of temperature, and this is the increase of relative humidity. And the drying room temperature increase until 35 minutes, and then decrease until the 45 minutes. And for the 3 kilogram of maize unhulled rice, temperature and relative humidity in drying chamber we can see is different from 1 and 2 kilogram that you can see before. The 3 kilogram of capacity has different characteristic. This graph shows that the decrease in temperature and the increase in relative humidity occurs in the first 5 minutes. This is the decrease of temperature, and this is the increase of relative humidity in 5 minutes of drying. And then the drying room temperature go up again until the 45 minutes, and relative humidity decrease until the 45 minutes. And this is the pressure in the plenum chamber and drying chamber. Analysis for the drying machine is pressure in the drying chamber and plenum. We can see it. This is the mesh of unhulled rice 1, 2, 3, and this is the line of the pressure in plenum chamber and drying chamber. This graph shows the pressure in drying chamber for each capacity 1, 2, and 3 kilogram, and the experimental results show that increasing the mesh 1, 2, 3 of the unhulled rice causes increased pressure. We can see in this pressure for 1 kilogram in here, and increase for 2 kilogram larger than 1 kilogram, and 3 kilogram of unhulled rice larger than 2 and 1 kilogram. And for conclusion, from our research, there is drying process for unhulled rice used swirling fluidized bed dryer was carried for 45 minutes with a final moisture content less than 14%. And then a significant decrease of moisture occurs in the first 5 minutes or 3 minutes of drying due to the moisture that is still much in the unhulled rice. And then 3 kg of capacity evaporated water greater than 2 and 1 kg of there is the mass of water is 356.1 grams, 217.5 gram and 123.2 gram respectively. And the last, the relative humidity of drying chamber is greatly influenced by the mass of water that is evaporated from the dried material, and also the relative humidity of the surrounding and environment. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.